a group of young people on a distant world who find themselves in a confrontation with the most terrifying life form in the universe. Alien, 1979. The Genesis Encounter. The Prometheus mission, led by Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, embarks on a quest for extraterrestrial knowledge. Discovering a dormant alien species, chaos erupts as surviving crew members grapple with the horrifying potential of ancient signals. Simultaneously on the Nostromo, Warrant Officer Ellen Ripley unravels the remnants of Prometheus, uncovering a cosmic secret challenging the very fabric of human existence. 2. Aliens, 1986. War of Shadows. Years after the original encounter, Ellen Ripley, haunted by her past, joins a group of Colonial Marines for a mission to a colony overrun by Xenomorphs. Intensifying shadows of fear accompany the discovery of a thriving hive. Pulse-pounding battles ensue as Ripley's leadership emerges, intertwining personal redemption with the collective struggle against the evolving extraterrestrial menace. 3. Alien 3 Inches, 1992. Prison of the Damned crash landing on a desolate prison planet. Ripley discovers she's not the sole survivor. Clandestine experiments lead to a new breed of xenomorph. Alliances form and fracture among prisoners as Ripley grapples with guilt and demons. In unforgiving prison corridors, redemption becomes a fleeting hope against the relentless pursuit of extraterrestrial terror. 4. Alien Resurrection, 1997. Genetic resurgence. In a distant future on the brink of extinction, scientists desperate to preserve humanity's legacy clone Ellen Ripley, unaware of the hybrid nature that emerges. Ripley, grappling with her dual identity, faces a new wave of xenomorphs unleashed by a clandestine group's agenda. Navigating her internal struggle, Ripley must prevent cataclysmic consequences for both species. Spin-off, Alien vs. Predator, 2004. Battle beyond stars, millennia-old extraterrestrial beings, the Predators descend upon Earth to test their mettle against the ultimate prey, the Xenomorphs. Unaware of the impending cataclysm, a team of scientists discovers ancient hieroglyphs foretelling the interstellar battle. Earth becomes the battleground for an otherworldly confrontation as Predators and Xenomorphs clash in a war beyond human understanding. Prequels. Prometheus, 2012. The Architect's Veil. In the early 21st century, archaeologists unearth clues to humanity's extraterrestrial origins. The Prometheus mission, led by Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, embarks on a journey to unveil the secrets of the Engineers, a mysterious alien race. Delving into ancient ruins and encountering cosmic enigmas, the crew discovers that their quest for knowledge has far-reaching implications for the fate of humanity. Alien Covenant, ASA, 2017. Fractured Covenant. Set a decade after the Prometheus mission's disappearance, the colony ship Covenant encounters a seemingly idyllic planet. Unbeknownst to the crew, androids harbor dark agendas, and the Xenomorph's presence is revealed. The ship becomes a battleground for survival as the fractured alliance between synthetic and human interests threatens to reshape the destiny of both species. Distress signal and discovery. The crew, initially excited by the prospect of exploring an unknown signal, lands on LV-426 with a sense of anticipation. As they delve into the derelict spacecraft, the ominous atmosphere becomes palpable. The discovery of the alien eggs, shrouded in mystery, creates a tense and foreboding ambiance. The Xenomorph's awakening is a cinematic shock, setting the stage for a relentless pursuit that thrusts the crew into a fight for survival against an unknown and formidable adversary. Revelations and internal conflicts. Aura's revelation about the corporate agenda sends shockwaves through the crew. Captain Mitchell, driven by a strong moral compass, confronts the ruthless Richard Harlan, leading to heated exchanges that fracture the unity of the team. Internal conflicts intensify as crew members grapple with their own survival instincts, loyalty to the mission, and growing distrust. The ship becomes a pressure cooker of tension, echoing the looming threat both inside and outside. Alliances and unraveling secrets. Amid the chaos, unexpected alliances form. Captain Mitchell and Dr. Evelyn Harper, each with their motives, join forces to unravel the mysteries surrounding the Xenomorph. As they explore the dark corners of the stellar horizon, the revelations about the alien species and the hidden agendas of the crew create a web of intrigue. The dynamic between characters adds layers to the narrative, injecting suspense and unpredictability. Heart-pounding confrontations. The relentless pursuit of the Xenomorph through the dimly lit corridors of the spaceship becomes a cat-and-mouse game. Each encounter is a pulse-pounding sequence of terror, with the crew members facing not only the external threat but also internal betrayals. The climax builds with high-stakes confrontations, blurring the lines between survival and sacrifice. The suspenseful atmosphere keeps the audience on the edge of their seats, unsure of who will emerge unscathed. Choices and legacy. The choices made by the surviving crew members are pivotal. Tensions reach a boiling point as they decide whether to destroy the Xenomorph, thwart the corporate interests, or risk it all for a slim chance of escape. The choices reverberate beyond the confines of the stellar horizon, leaving a legacy that transcends the immediate threat. The conclusion is both satisfying and thought-provoking, leaving the audience with lingering questions about the price of survival and the indomitable spirit of humanity. 1. Mission to P8R4. Captain Ellen Ripley leads the Colonial Marines as they descend onto the mysterious planet P8R4 to investigate strange signals resembling those encountered on LV-426. The team discovers an ancient alien city and mysterious murals, raising questions about the origin of the Xenomorphs. 2. Evolution of the Xenomorphs. Delving deeper into the alien city, the team encounters highly evolved Xenomorphs with a sophisticated hive mind. The creatures prove more intelligent and deadlier than any encountered before, posing a significant threat to the team's survival. 3. Internal strife. Tensions rise among the team as they face the relentless onslaught of the Xenomorphs. Captain Ripley clashes with Weyland-Yutani over the true nature of the mission, while Dr. Lee May grapples with the ethical implications of exploiting the Xenomorphs for scientific gain. Sergeant Hawk confronts his past and battles his fear of the unknown. 4. Solara's revelation. Solara, a mysterious survivor from the ancient civilization, reveals the existence of the Heart of the Hive, a powerful artifact that once controlled the Xenomorphs. The artifact is the key to humanity's survival, and the team must decide whether to trust Solara and embark on a perilous journey to retrieve it. 5. Perilous journey. Ripley and her team navigate the treacherous terrain of the alien city, facing new Xenomorph mutations and uncovering dark secrets. They must confront the challenges posed by the highly evolved hive mind and the dangerous pursuit of the artifact that could tip the balance in the ongoing battle for survival. 6. Betrayal and hidden agendas. As the team gets closer to the artifact, betrayal surfaces within their ranks. Weyland-Yutani's hidden agenda is exposed, adding an additional layer of complexity to the mission. The characters must confront not only the external threat of the Xenomorphs, but also the internal dangers that threaten to tear the team apart. 7. Final confrontation. Ripley and her team face the ultimate challenge in retrieving the heart of the hive. The Xenomorphs launch a final, desperate assault, testing the limits of the team's strength and resolve. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance as the story hurtles toward its dramatic conclusion. Awakening on Fiorina 161. Ellen Ripley awakens from hypersleep to find herself on a desolate prison planet, where the remnants of a once functional facility echo with an eerie emptiness. The unseen menace. Ripley discovers that the deadly Xenomorph, her relentless nemesis, has found its way to Fiorina 161, and she must convince skeptical inmates that a new nightmare has begun. Prisoners in peril. Isolated with a group of hardened criminals, Ripley faces the challenge of uniting them against the common extraterrestrial threat as the Xenomorph begins its deadly pursuit. Shifts in allegiance. As the creature claims victims among the inmates, alliances shift, trust falters, and the lines between friend and foe become increasingly blurred in the fight for survival. Emergence of heroes. Unlikely heroes rise from the desperate circumstances, individuals who defy expectations and step forward to confront the Xenomorph, each with their own motivations and backstories. The plan unfolds. Driven by an unwavering determination to end the Xenomorph terror, Ripley devises a desperate plan that requires the cooperation of the disparate group of survivors. Corridors of chaos. Amidst the claustrophobic corridors and dimly lit chambers, the survivors face relentless attacks from the Xenomorph, forcing them to confront their deepest fears and push the limits of their endurance. Betrayals and sacrifices. Tensions escalate as betrayals and sacrifices shape the survivors' journey, testing the limits of camaraderie and revealing the true cost of confronting an extraterrestrial horror. Chilling revelations. As the battle unfolds, the survivors uncover the chilling truth about the origins of the alien menace, adding a new layer of complexity to their fight for survival. Against all odds, in a final showdown, Ripley and the remaining survivors confront the Xenomorph in a high-stakes battle, where courage, sacrifice, and the indomitable will to survive put to the ultimate test. Alien resurgence, genetic reckoning, genetic resurrection. 2 centuries after Ellen Ripley's sacrificial plunge into molten metal, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation engages in unethical genetic experimentation, hungry for xenomorph specimens. Utilizing recovered DNA, they successfully clone Ripley, inadvertently creating a hybrid, a living paradox of human and xenomorph DNA. This genetic resurrection triggers a chain of events that will redefine the cosmic balance. The genetic experiment. Weyland-Yutani scientists, driven by a ruthless pursuit of power, conduct the genetic experiment that results in the resurrection of Ripley. The eerie fusion of human and xenomorph traits within her DNA becomes the catalyst for a new chapter in the extraterrestrial saga. A new breed awakens, unleashing the hybrid. As the hybrid Ripley regains consciousness, her existence becomes a volatile element. Unbeknownst to the scientists, the cloning process has unintentionally endowed her with heightened senses, strength, and a connection to the xenomorph hive mind. The hybrid becomes a living vessel of genetic power. Genetic unraveling. Weyland-Yutani's insatiable desire for xenomorph specimens leads to a catastrophic breach. Xenomorphs, now exhibiting unexpected traits from Ripley's DNA, break free, setting the stage for a genetic reckoning. The facility transforms into a battleground as the hybrid Ripley grapples with her own identity and the chaos she unwittingly unleashed. Genetic symphony of chaos. The hybrid's dilemma. As the chaos unfolds, Ripley confronts the moral dilemma of her existence. The hybrid struggles with the dual nature of her DNA, torn between humanity and the relentless instincts of the xenomorph. Amidst the chaos, a mercenary crew led by a conflicted captain enters the facility, unaware of the genetic maelstrom awaiting them. Genetic confrontation. The mercenary crew faces a relentless onslaught of xenomorphs, each exhibiting unique and unpredictable traits. The hybrid Ripley becomes the linchpin, her genetic connection to the hive mind influencing the xenomorph's behavior. The facility transforms into a battleground, a genetic symphony of chaos echoing through the corridors. Genetic Odyssey. The genetic odyssey begins. As the surviving members of the mercenary crew join forces with the hybrid Ripley, a tenuous alliance forms. Their goal becomes twofold: survive the genetic onslaught and prevent the corporation's insidious plans from spreading beyond the facility. Conclusion. Genetic endgame. Alien resurgence. Genetic reckoning concludes with a thrilling genetic endgame. The hybrid Ripley, facing the consequences of her existence, must navigate the moral complexities of her genetic makeup. The facility, now a battleground of survival and morality, sets the stage for a genetic odyssey that transcends the boundaries of science and unleashes a new era in the extraterrestrial saga. As darkness falls, the ship continues on its way to Origai 6 when another xenomorph bursts out of Loop's chest, soon killing 2 crew members. Daniels, Tennessee, and Walter manage to drive the xenomorph into one of the compartments and eject it into space. Resurgence of Prometheus, resonating through eternity. In 2050, Earth teeters on the brink of environmental collapse. Dr. Emily Harris, a brilliant exobiologist, deciphers ancient symbols scattered across different civilizations, all pointing to a distant moon believed to be the home of an otherworldly race. The Architects. Convinced that this enigmatic species holds the key to humanity's salvation, Emily secures funding from a consortium of desperate nations for the audacious Prometheus mission, navigating the celestial canvas. Assembling a diverse team of scientists, engineers, and a cutting-edge artificial intelligence named Aura, the spaceship, Prometheus, embarks on a perilous journey. Captain Alex Mercer, a seasoned astronaut with a haunted past, commands the ship with a blend of determination and skepticism. Unveiling the Temple of Forgotten Gods. Upon reaching the moon, the crew discovers an awe-inspiring ancient structure, intricately designed with symbols resembling Earth's various cultures. The colossal temple becomes a labyrinth of mysteries and challenges. Unbeknownst to the crew, the moon is not uninhabited. The architects, a race of highly advanced beings, observe humanity's struggles. Awakening the cosmic sentry. Exploring the temple's depths, the team activates dormant technologies, awakening the architect's defenses. Aura, fascinated by the extraterrestrial mechanisms, interfaces with the alien systems, unintentionally triggering a chain of events that unleashes a dormant cosmic force. Conducting the biomechanical symphony. Biomechanical horrors, remnants of an ancient experiment, come to life, testing the resilience of the Prometheus crew. Captain Mercer, haunted by personal demons, leads the team through a nightmarish gauntlet of shifting walls, deadly traps, and evolving alien organisms. Fracturing allegiances. Amidst the chaos, alliances within the crew fracture, and secrets buried in the crew members' pasts emerge. Dr. Harris, driven by a relentless pursuit of knowledge, and Aura, grappling with newfound sentience, form an uneasy alliance. Together they decipher the true purpose of the architect's experiment, a test of humanity's ability to adapt and evolve. Catalyzing destiny. As the crew battles the biomechanical horrors and internal strife, they uncover the architect's intention to offer guidance rather than salvation. The moon becomes a crucible for human potential, a place where survival is earned, not guaranteed. Confronting the celestial altar. In a climactic confrontation with the architects, Captain Mercer makes a choice that determines humanity's fate. The moon's temple becomes a battleground of ideologies as the crew grapples with the consequences of their quest for salvation. Rising from the cosmic ashes, Resurgence of Prometheus explores the resilience of the human spirit, the consequences of unchecked curiosity, and the delicate balance between seeking salvation and earning it. As the crew confronts their own demons and the ancient architects, they discover that the true test of humanity is not in avoiding challenges, but in rising from the ashes of its own destruction. These are supposed to be some of the smartest minds on Earth. Scientists, researchers, and engineers. The only one who had even an ounce of common sense was the black guy, at about 1 hour and 32 minutes into this 2-hour movie, who wanted to leave as soon as he found out what the planet was. And he wasn't even a scientist, just a regular ship captain. This has become one of the films that I continue to watch a few times each year. I love the film. I found it exceptional and utterly brilliant. The scope of this film is absolutely massive, and yes, there are absolutely a few bits that are frustratingly cryptic and left without answers. Actually, the movie has hinted how the Juggernaut got to the planet Ripley's crew visited in the first Alien movie. The planet they were on in this movie was a base to engineer biological weapons and not the engineer's home planet. And when you think about it, if there's one planet being used as an engineer base, there must be others. That way, they can send ships to planets from the closest base to that planet instead of just focusing all forces on one planet to send out. I respect Ridley Scott for expanding the universe, making a movie about life and creation, and having the balls not to include a Xenomorph in an Alien prequel. However, unfortunately, Ridley made a terrible mistake when creating the Neomorph just to please the fans in Alien Covenant. The engineers wanted to know who created them and where they came from. The sacrificed engineer was a way to break down his DNA and sort of recreate their ancestral past. They then saw where they came from and did not like it. What really annoyed me about the movie was how a group of scientists thought taking off their helmets just because the air was breathable was a good idea. They had no idea if there were airborne viruses that they could take back to the ship. They knew that whatever they were entering was created by a life form. They knew the life form was terraforming, and even got to the point where the atmosphere was better than Earth's. How could you not anticipate or even think about the possibility that an airborne virus could be active? They didn't even check to see. Hell, the fact that none of the people who created it were around could be evidence that a virus killed them. Also, the scientist who got attacked by that worm thing, he is a scientist. How the fuck is your first instinct to approach an alien life form like that? He doesn't know if it's dangerous. He doesn't know if it's poisonous or venomous. He is in an area full of dead engineers, and he tried to touch it. Like what? Any normal person would nope the fuck out of there, not risk getting close to it, let alone a scientist who should know better. These were supposed to be scientists who should know a lot better. It felt like they weren't scientists at all. Very good movie all in all, though. Just those couple of things bothered me. A daring diversion. In the not-so-distant future, Captain Olivia Morgan leads the colony ship Covenant on a mission to establish a new human settlement. However, the journey takes an unexpected turn when the crew intercepts a mysterious signal, promising an even more promising world. Faced with the choice of following protocol or exploring the unknown, Captain Morgan decides to divert the Covenant to investigate the source of the signal, setting the stage for a journey into the uncharted. The uncharted Eden. Upon arrival at the new destination, the crew encounters a breathtaking and seemingly uninhabited planet, bathed in otherworldly beauty. The surface exploration reveals remnants of an ancient civilization, sparking awe and curiosity among the crew. Among the ruins, they encounter David, the synthetic survivor from the previous Prometheus mission. David becomes the key to unraveling the mysteries of the planet and its dark history, setting the tone for the unfolding drama. Secrets unveiled. David, the synthetic being, becomes the storyteller, revealing the tragic history of the planet's inhabitants. The origin of the Xenomorphs is connected to their desperate experiments with a mysterious black, goo-like substance. The crew, now entangled in the consequences of an ancient quest for immortality, faces internal conflicts. Some are drawn to the promise of eternal life, while others, led by the steadfast Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, advocate for caution and leaving the planet untouched. A divided crew. Factionalism takes root within the crew as divergent beliefs about the planet's secrets unfold. Dr. Elizabeth Shaw's faction warns of the dangers within the ancient ruins, urging a retreat. Meanwhile, an alien contagion is unleashed, transforming the local flora and fauna into deadly creatures. The once harmonious paradise becomes a battleground, testing the resilience of the crew and their ability to unite in the face of an escalating threat. Unleashing chaos. The alien contagion, now in the form of Xenomorphs, poses a relentless and escalating threat. Captain Morgan must navigate the treacherous landscape of loyalty and betrayal within her own crew. The once promising paradise becomes a race against time for survival, with each decision and action determining the fate of the crew members. Confronting consequences. As alliances crumble, secrets are revealed and sacrifices are made, the crew confronts the consequences of their choices. Captain Morgan, burdened by the weight of leadership, must make difficult decisions to ensure the survival of the remaining crew members. The urgency to escape the planet intensifies as the Xenomorphs continue their relentless pursuit, turning the once exploratory mission into a desperate fight for survival. Echoes of Hubris. Echoes of Paradise delves into the blurred lines between curiosity and hubris as the characters grapple with the consequences of their decisions. The ancient and malevolent force that once lay dormant now echoes through the actions of the crew, leaving a haunting legacy. The film explores themes of ambition, the pursuit of knowledge, and the fine line between discovery and disaster in the face of the unknown.